If you want to check out the entire show, hit the link at the bottom of the screen. Available exclusively on odds.com. Have a happy holidays. A Merry Christmas. Enjoy the next few days. A lot of sports action for us. Let's get paid in full. Get that cash. All right, let's move on to 4:05 p.m. Eastern. Panthers, Washington. Just a few games left on this card, so let's keep rolling here. Carolina, Washington. This total opened up 45. It's now 44.5. Washington opening it up at -2. It's now -2.5. Panthers 4-10, 2-5 on the road. At Washington, 6-8 and 3-4 at home. Sorry, let me just set this up here. All these things open. Okay, let's go. 44 Fahrenheit, chance of showers, 5 miles per hour, FedExField, Landover, Maryland. Panthers coming off a 24-16 loss at Green Bay. Panthers outscored them 13-3 and outgained them 214-49 in the second half. I love the bet on the Panthers, and this past weekend, I had them 8.5. It went up. Like, I was lucky that they covered the 8. But Dennis Garcia is like, do you ever see these Panthers get blown out? They're a real good dog this year. They've lost 8 of their last 9 games. DJ Moore caught 6 passes for 131 yards. Bridgewater was 21-35 for 258 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. Mike Davis ran 14 times for 59 yards. Their cornerback, Troy Pride, hurt his groin in the first quarter. Defensive end Brian Burns hurt his knee late in the game. He says he's going to be fine. Okung and McCaffrey are questionable. And you want to know whether they're going to be in. Let's cap this as if they're not going to be in.
You got to figure with maybe Okung they would put in, but I can't see them putting in a questionable Christian McCaffrey in a meaningless game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And even Okung for that matter. But I agree with you completely.
To a lesser extent, sure. But I agree. I just think slightly lesser extent. McCaffrey is your offense, even though he hasn't been around much this year. So, it's if you're Matt Rule and you've already gained some clout this year, the fan base likes you, the team seems to like you. You need that piece going forward. You paid him a fortune. You're not playing him hurt, especially against this defensive front. You're not. That's just a terrible business decision.
Agreed. It took so much for me to bet on Washington. And I waited until the last possible minute to put it in at +6, and it covered. And it's because of Dwayne Haskins, knowing that he's so much more talented than the other quarterbacks, but Rivera doesn't want anything to do with him because he's maskless in the strip club. He's just not someone you can have faith in, even though he's so talented. 38 of 55, 295 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Logan Thomas, it was Haskins. It was Haskins. So I'm very. If I hadn't have cashed on Washington at +6, I would have lost my shit because it was Haskins that got me off of the Logan Thomas prop, and I've just fallen in love with this dude.
Other than the Niners, who play tight ends very well, Logan Thomas has been on fire lately.
13 catches for 101 yards, and I don't bet him. I cashed on Washington, so I'm not angry, and I wasn't angry.
I cashed on that McLaurin pick, but not by much.
You did.
That was a narrow victory.
Cards. What's up?
You're frozen.
Oh, I am?
You're back.
Okay, cool. McIsaac ran 13 times for 51 yards. Linebacker Sean Dion Hamilton left with an elbow injury. Right tackle Morgan Moses left with a leg injury. I'm going to go over the injuries once more, but we have Antonio Gibson missing 2 straight games because of a toe injury, and Cole Holcomb out with a concussion. These are big issues with Cole Holcomb and Antonio Gibson. Carolina, Washington here. Bebsy, take it away.
Slats is laying it out there pretty good. You want to know if Smith is playing, and do we have any info on that right now, or is it Haskins again, or is Alex Smith going to be able to go? Because Alex Smith, I might just bet this and hope that Alex Smith is ready to go, because the combination of Rivera against his old team and Alex Smith and this Washington team playing for this division right now, this has to be a Washington spot.
They think he's good to go. I shouldn't say good to go. They think that he's going to practice later in the week and that he's going to play. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I have to. I think I have to jump on Washington and hope Smith plays, and then maybe look at betting the other side if he isn't. But even if he isn't, I'm almost still okay with this.
This is a tricky game.
I like Rivera going against his old team here. I like this matchup, and I just think if Alex Smith is in there, this seals the deal for me.
Al Cervic says feels under to me. It's open at 45 now at 44.5. What do you think of this total?
I would agree with Al. Feels under. Not confident enough for me to bet it, but if you gave me a free play, I'd take the under. Again, I think this will be a bit of a I mean, you expect a defensive slugfest from Washington, but I think I'm going to make a move on Washington here, Jimmy. It just feels right for me.
All right, let's go. Let's lunch up for you right now. Over to full game. And the Washington Football Club -2 and -105 at BetMGM. That's a nice number. That's a really nice number.
-2 you got?
Yeah, -2, -105 at BetMGM.
All right.
That's a nice number. All right, let's get that. -2, -105 at BetMGM. And we haven't been one of the good things, though, is that I shoot a NBA show tomorrow for Christmas Day games, and then I get 3 days off, and I'm going to be staring at these games. But I've got very little on this card so far.